Hello and welcome everyone to a short introduction to Wakelet. Wakelet is a free content curating platform that can allow you and your students to save, organize, present, and share content from across the web. Now, let's put this definition into a visual for you so that you can fully grasp and understand the true power of Wakelet. So let's go ahead and take a look at an example here. So let's say that we are all educators and that we are creating a lesson about the life cycle of a frog. And so, as we're putting together this lesson plan for our students, we're pulling links, we're pulling images, articles, videos from the internet for our students to engage with, for our students to gain a better understanding of the life cycle of a frog, our objective for this lesson, right? But once we've pulled all of our resources together into a document like this, is this very shareable with our students? I mean, in a sense, yes, we could share it with our students, but will our students actually find it engaging and appealing enough for them to click on it and learn about the content? Not so likely, right? So, the beauty of Wakelet is that it can turn this text, these images, all that you see here into something more engaging with the power of curation. It will allow you to curate some of the information provided by these links so that you can better direct, you can better instruct, your students can better engage with that content. So let's take a look at what Wakelet can do to links and text like this. So let's check that out, right? So what we're looking at here is more visually engaging and organized content, right? It's turned all of these links and these text into something more to life, all in one place. And that's the true beauty of Wakelet here. And so let's go ahead and do this together. I'm going to invite you to also go ahead and come on over to wakelet.com where you can sign up and start creating with me. Follow along with me if you'd like and use the resources that you have on your computer already, just so you can get a feel for the power of Wakelet. So here we are at wakelet.com. So first thing we're going to do is click on this green button, sign up. It's free. It's free for educators. It's free for students, free for all. Isn't that just wonderful? And so for us users at HCCTS, we're going to go ahead and click on continue with Google. And here I'm going to click on my HCCTS email address to sign up. And I already have an account, so it might ask you for some additional information about yourself, might ask you to create a Wakelet handle or an with Wakelet, as you do have a public profile with them, and you are at liberty to decide what you can share and what others can see. So the page that we're looking at right now is the home page. So here you can see different collections that I have created or that I have been invited to contribute to as a contributor. So let's get started together. We're going to get started with create a new collection. And so I'm going to build something very easy for all of us, a simple grammar lesson of there, and there, which is something very common that you go over when it comes to grammar. And so Wakelet allows me the space for a title, a description. Here we have a space for cover image, and I'll also go over how to add a background image. So here, we're going to go ahead and write down our objective is to learn the difference between the homophones there, there, and there. Now, what can I do to start to make this a little bit more visually attractive to our students? Or even visually appealing. So I can add a cover image here. I can upload one of my own, or I can choose from the library. I'm a big fan of Wakelet's Unsplash library. It provides a lot of really good high quality images. And once you hover over an image here, it shows us, it gives credit to the photographer as well. And these are free images to use, and you may use as many times as you would like. And so I typed in grammar here, and then I'm going to go ahead and select this image over here. I like this image. Right now it's displayed in full cover. Let's see what it looks like half cover. I like that a little bit better. We can also go with no cover if that better suits the needs of your collection here. All right, so we have a title, an objective, and a cover image. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a background image. We're going to go over here to the gear over here on the left-hand side of the screen. Add background image, right? And so before that, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to go ahead and click on sharing. Copy collection allows others to make a duplicate of your collection. This right here is one of the really coolest features that Wakelet has to offer. If I build this collection, I share this link with you. By turning this setting on, it'll allow you to make a copy of this collection for yourself and utilize it in any way that you would like. So it's really cool place where you're really able to share content and resources with others very, very easily with your own permission, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on just so we can all see what that looks like. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and add a background image. I'm going to choose from the library. Again, I'm a huge fan of their library. Their photos, as I've mentioned before, are of very high quality. I'm going to go ahead and select, let's choose this one over here. All right, and if I want to fix it a little bit, I can click on reposition and I can move it a little bit more. I really want to see the edges of the books here in my background. Perfect. All right, so now we've got cover image, background image, title, objective. Now we can really start getting to the good stuff and adding all of the content, all of the resources that we want our students to interact with. And so we're going to go here to the green plus. The green plus is your best friend. We click here, and now we're able to copy paste any links, resources, information that we have for our students. I like to start off lessons with some text here. Lesson plan, for example, here I can give some instructions to the students and say, first, watch the recap video on homophones, for example. I go ahead and click done. And then I'm going to add that video of homophones that I'm talking about. I'm going to this green plus again. I can find that video from YouTube directly from this Wakelet page. I don't have to leave this page to find that video. I can go here, hovering over all of these icons. I'm going to go to the apps button down here, click on YouTube. I'm going to type in homophones. Then I'm going to look for the video that I'm interested in. I'm interested in this one right here. I really like the ease and the animations that they use in this video. I find it very engaging and appropriate for this lesson. And so now that Wakelet has embedded this link, it also grabbed an image, a title, and a description. And this is where we can really curate the content. So if I click on this edit button over here, I can actually edit the title here, edit the image. I can upload my own, choose from the library, keep the one that it pulled from the web page, and I can actually edit this description as well, and I can add instructions. Start here, watch the recap video on homophones. So then my students will know as soon as they see it, as soon as they read it, they know that that's going to be their starting point. And so that's basically the gist of what we're going to do with every single link, every single document that we embed into Wakelet. So here we have some privacy settings. We can set our collections private, unlisted, public. I'm going to go ahead and change this one to public so that anyone who has access to my profile here on Wakelet can view this collection and also copy it to their collection if they're interested in what I have developed. And so let's go ahead and change that setting. Next, here we have the invitation button. So this button will allow us to invite others to contribute to this collection. So if I have a peer that I want to work on this lesson with, I will share this code, copy this link, share that link to my peer, and they'll be able to have access to this collection with or without their very own Wakelet account. Just want to let you know that information. I'm going to click done. And so if I were to share this link with my students, I'm going to go here to this arrow where it says share this collection. Let's say that it's ready for my students. This arrow over here, share this collection. And here I can share it in multiple ways. Copy paste a link, I can share it as a QR code, and then Wakelet also has different integrations embedded into it that it can directly share links into. So if you have a Google Classroom, you can embed this collection directly into Google Classroom without leaving the Wakelet page. And we have Microsoft Teams, Twitter, etc. So many integrations work with Wakelet in terms of sharing the collection. And then over here at these three dots, here we can see some more information. If my peer were looking at this now, they'd be able to click on these three dots and copy the collection. By copying the collection, it'll then allow you to keep the collection title as is, change it to what you would like. I'm going to say -2. I'm going to click copy. Now I'm going to go to my home page and I'm going to refresh here. And from here, I should be able to see, and I believe it should be this one here, -2. And here is my very own copy of the same collection. So let me go back home. And just to show you, here's the same collection a little bit more built out. So here is that homophones video. I've also added a very short 90-second video on the difference between there, and there. Here I've added an article that my students can read on their own, and I also have a practice quiz from Quizlet that my students can take throughout this lesson to be able to practice those skills that they should be learning. All right, so just to wrap this up really quickly, this is one example of what you can use Wakelet for, to build lessons, fluid lessons for your students. You can also use this for projects, collaborations, for example. I have a collaboration here called Let's Collab with a Smile. And so here, I asked my audience to share a photo, short video, article of anything that has made them laugh or smile. And as you can see, what I did here is I changed the style to mood board style. I invited everyone in my audience with this link here, the invitation code link, and everyone with or without a Wakelet account was able to upload a video, content, an image, of what has made them smile. And so this is another example of how you can collaborate with others. So let's take a look at some learning outcomes from Wakelet and recap a little bit. Wakelet is a quick and easy way to capture and share learning resources, those bookmarks that we talked about. It's a visual, engaging learning environment for you and your students and or even your peers. Wakelet can also help streamline your curriculum delivery. As one of the examples that I gave you, but I'm sure you educators out there can come up with much better, much more fluid, much more engaging content. It can also help empower digital citizenship and digital skills for our students as we're coming to see that these are becoming very, very important skills to have and that they will need to have in the future. And it's also one of the fastest and easiest ways to collaborate on group projects. I highly recommend Wakelet when you're contributing and collaborating with your peers. And last but not least, it is also a fun way to improve student engagement and performance. So, before we let you go, here we have a series of amazing ways to use Wakelet. Take a snapshot, take a screenshot. These are different ways that other people in the educational realm have been utilizing Wakelet. And so, thank you for your time. I hope this inspires you to start creating with Wakelet. Thank you.